Hello everybody. How's it going? This is Will with another live draw. Get ready to do Miss Raven from the Teen Titans. I kind of threw some shadow in. The reason I needed to throw some shadows in was because I'm going to come in with the darks and do that. I wanted to get some general stuff out of the way because I didn't want to be on here for a really super long video. So I went ahead and did that. But I'm going to go ahead and lay out some, do some housekeeping type stuff first. So first things first, guys, this is a reminder, as I've said on a few of these before now, anytime you would like to comment, I'd be more than happy to see your comments on the video. And the best comments of the week will be announced on Monday. And then once we get through the end of the month, I will do a random generator, and the person with the randomly chosen comment will get a sketchbook of this and many other sketches I have done over the last 6 months to a year or so. When I do my sketchbook for the Inktober sketchbook that I'll be working on at the end of the month. So, well, if I say end of the month, it'll be the first week of November probably when I get it uploaded and go through that process. So, but anyway, so for the best comment, if you like what you see here, comment down below. Please like, share, and comment on these videos. It'd be awesome of you to do. And we're just working on this picture of Raven, who's another teenage superhero. Now, Raven, for those of you who don't know, is a member of the Teen Titans. She is the daughter of a demon, Trigun, one of the characters in the world of the DC universe. He is I don't really know that he's Satan, but he's definitely a character that has several powers of sorts. He has the ability, of course, to morph into different things and do some different stuff and things like that. But one of the coolest things he does, I say cool, one of the things he does is he actually can control people to some extent. He can do like possession type stuff. And he has shown up in, of course, the Teen Titans cartoon. He also showed up in the books. As a matter of fact, one of the big first arcs of the book, the Teen Titans book, and I believe this is what they went with the new Teen Titans actually when they did this. And so they went ahead and did that, and at one point they revealed basically that Trigun was the father of Raven, and he was basically coming to try to take over the world, and so she was supposed to kind of be there and help the Titans to defeat him. And so she doesn't necessarily respond well to her father because of what he is and who he is. So in a way, Raven at several points, especially in the Teen Titans cartoon, kind of fast forward to that storytelling idea, and there's a point where she was, there, she had to split her different personas because, as any demon child, there's stuff that's gonna be hard to deal with, or stuff that's not gonna make sense, and so they basically split her up into different versions, different emotional states that she has because part of her whole thing is that the more excited she gets on stuff, the more Trigun has access to her as far as being able to use her and things like that. And so she tries to keep a very calm, cool, collected, emotional state. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Of course, in the Titans, as well as in the comic books, they've explored the idea of her in a relationship with Beast Boy, who's another teenage hero. Of course, when you talk about the Teen Titans, it's in the name that they're teenagers at some point. So of course they've gotten older. Raven, I don't think she was in Young Justice as much. I know, of course, if you watch the Teen Titans cartoon, if you watch Teen Titans Go, she's in that as well. She was in the most recent Teen Titans Go to the movies, so she was in that. And of course, voiced by Miss Tara Strong, who is a voice actress who's been doing a lot of interesting voices for years, including Ravens. It's kind of one of her more well-known voices over the years. And so Raven is, like I said, most of the time very emotionally even kilter. She tries not to really get excited or bent out of shape because she's fearful that if she does let her emotions get the better of her, she could end up getting used by her father in ways that she doesn't want to have happen. And not only that, but she doesn't want to, she doesn't want her other abilities that she has when she's possessed by her father to be things that that would hurt her friends, hurt those that are close to her. So she's very much into the mystical arts. She does a lot of, calming different things. She has mantras that she chants at different times to create different things. At one point, she has this ability to basically do like a raven force. In one of the episodes of the Titans cartoon, as a matter of fact, they revealed her hair kind of takes a raven form. So that's pretty interesting in and of itself. That her body kind of takes that it takes the literal form of the raven and kind of manifests it in what she looks like. So I find that's interesting as well. So I am working on basically every so often whenever she would do certain spells and things like that, there'd be a little energy raven that would come off of her as she was doing it. So I wanted to kind of pick that up as well. And like I mentioned, she's in a relationship with Beast Boy in the comics at several points, and comics and the cartoons and things like that. Matter of fact, DC streaming service is actually going to be doing, of course they released I think the first 3 episodes of the Titans show on the DC streaming service, so they're going to be doing, you know, that character. It's kind of the first big arc, along with Robin and along with other characters like Beast Boy and Starfire and stuff like that. They're kind of going through the main initial characters in the group, and so I believe they're going to introduce Cyborg eventually into that world via the Doom Patrol show that they're doing, I believe, early next year. So we're going to get to see Raven as well as the rest of her Teen Titans teammates very fleshed out in that series. So we get a chance to kind of see the live action version of Raven portrayed in a show. And I hope that show does well. I mean, I know when I saw the initial trailers, I wasn't as excited about the show, and of course they released new trailers and stuff like that. So it's very different. And I do have to say, the actress playing Raven, they definitely kind of caught somebody who was definitely into that, able to kind of show a physical manifestation of some things, and she does some of the kind of eerie stuff that Raven sometimes does, as she realizes where her powers come from. I know there's one of the arcs in the Teen Titans comic where she actually finds out, she actually meets her mother in another plane, and they kind of share the whole, story of the cult of her father. I know Jason Blood is a big part of her origin, because, of course, Trigun was using Jason Blood not Jason Blood, Brother Blood. There we go. Jason Blood is a different character altogether, who's not a teenager at all. He's lived for a long time. But anyway, so she finds out through her mother and through talking to her mother that the demon that is her father basically, would have these girls come in and they would get involved in this cult. And when they got involved in the cult, then they would try to find partners for them to be able to bring children into the world with. And that's how they got her mother. And so, of course, she asked her mother, well, why would you let someone do that to you? And she's like, at the time, I thought I was doing the world a good thing. And I realized that, I wasn't. It was too late. And so, of course, Raven was like, well, who's going to stop him from doing this? And she said, the only one who can, you. And so it's kind of interesting how they kind of put it back on Raven, even though she doesn't really even understand who she is. But they kind of put it back on her because they realize that she actually has the power to take out her father. So there's a lot of emotional stuff going on with her as a character. And so even though she doesn't really try to, do a whole lot of emotional stuff, she still ends up basically having to do a whole lot of emotional stuff. So I want to give a little bit of a magical effect here near the end of this. So go ahead and give her some kind of magical things around her eyes, since a lot of times in a lot of different forms, her eyes, her aura beam has like white around it, kind of a white energy as she goes full-blown dark mode, so to speak. So that's kind of the idea. So I wanted to kind of create a little mystical things going on around her eyes and stuff as she's doing it. Kind of to give her a feel that she's about to do something really crazy. So kind of give her some little mystical lines to go with there. It's kind of the idea. I hope this works out really well for it. So anyway, we did that. That kind of gives her some little mystical stuff going on. And then we'll finish it off the way we finish off just about every video on this Inktober series I've been doing. So, and as I said earlier, guys, I really would love to hear from you and get a chance to see what's going on. I don't know why I did the whole. I was going to do Inktober day 5 instead of just doing day 5. So I kind of fixed that in my deal there. Okay, so day 5, Raven. And there you go, guys. Anyway, as always, thank you for checking out these videos. I hope you're sharing them. I hope you're talking about them. I'm going to put a link to my Instagram down in this one so you guys can see the finished products, because some of the videos you didn't see me finish and work out the other ones. So you get the chance to see, pick up some of that yourself as you go to the Instagram and check those out. You can comment on them. Like I said, comment contest for the sketchbook at the beginning of November. So I want to hear from you guys. Put it down in the comments below. Love to hear from you. And above all else, guys, be blessed. Be a blessing to somebody. By the way, tomorrow we'll be doing Night Thrasher. So if any fans of the New Warriors, get ready, because we'll be doing that for tomorrow's. So guys, take care. Until next time we talk, keep on doing what you're doing.